Hey everybody, welcome to the H channel. Today we're going to talk about 5 toxic people you should avoid at all costs. Toxic people defy logic, and some are blissfully unaware of the negative impact that they have on those around them, and others seem to derive satisfaction from creating chaos and pushing other people's buttons. As important as it is to learn how to deal with different kind of people, truly toxic people will never be worth your time and energy, and they take a lot of it. Toxic people create unnecessary complexity, strife, and worst of all, stress. People inspire you or they drain you. Pick them wisely. Hansen. Recent research from Friedrich Schiller University in Germany shows just how serious toxic people are. They found that exposure to stimuli that cause strong negative emotions, the same kind of exposure you get when you're dealing with toxic people, cause subjects' brains to have a massive stress response. Whether it's negativity, cruelty, the victim syndrome, or just plain craziness, toxic people drive your brain into the stress-out state that should be avoided at all costs. Studies have long shown that stress can have a lasting, negative impact on the brain. Exposure to even a few days of stress compromises the effectiveness of neurons in the hippocampus, an important brain area responsible for reasoning and memory. Weeks of stress cause reversible damage to the brain cells, and months of stress can permanently destroy them. Toxic people don't just make you miserable, they are really hard on your brain. You can't hope to distance yourself from toxic people until you first know who they are. The trick is to separate those who are annoying and simply difficult from those who are truly toxic. What follows are the 5 types of toxic drainers that you should stay away from at all costs so that you don't become one yourself. First, the gossip. Great minds discuss ideas, average ones discuss events, and small minds discuss people. Eleanor Roosevelt. Gossipers derive pleasure from other people's misfortunes. It might be fun to peer into somebody else's personal or professional faux pas at first, but over time it gets tiring, makes you feel gross, and hurts other people. There are too many positives out there and too much to learn from interesting people to waste your time talking about the misfortune of others. Number 2, the temperamental. Some people have absolutely no control over their emotions. They will lash out at you and project their feelings onto you, all the while thinking that you're the one causing their malice. Temperamental people are tough to dump from your life because their lack of control over their emotions make you feel bad for them. When push comes to shove though, temperamental people will use you as your emotional toilet and should be avoided at all costs. Number 3, the victim. Victims are tough to identify because you initially emphasize with their problems, but as time passes, you begin to realize that their time of need is all the time. Victims actively push away any personal responsibility by making every speed bump they encounter into an uncrossable mountain. They don't see tough times as an opportunity to learn and grow from. Instead, they see them as an out. There's an old saying, pain is inevitable, but suffering is optional. It perfectly captures the toxicity of the victim who chooses to suffer every time. Number 4, the self-absorbed. Self-absorbed people bring you down through the impassionate distance they maintain from other people. You can usually tell when you're hanging around self-absorbed people because you start to feel completely alone. This happens because as far as they are concerned, there's no point in having a real connection between them and anyone else. You're merely a tool used to build their self-esteem. Number 5, the envious. To envious people, the grass is always greener somewhere else. Even when something great happens to envious people, they don't derive any satisfaction from it. This is because they measure their fortune against the world's when they should be deriving their satisfaction from within. And let's face it, there's always someone out there who's doing better if you look hard enough. Spending too much time around envious people is dangerous because they teach you how to trivialize your own accomplishments, how to protect yourself once you spot them. Toxic people drive you crazy because their behavior is so irrational. Make no mistake about it, the behavior truly goes against reason. So why do you allow yourself to respond to them emotionally and get stuck into the mix? The more irrational and off-base someone is, the easier it should be for you to remove yourself from their traps. Quit trying to beat them at their own game. Distance yourself from them emotionally and approach your interaction with them like they're a science project. You don't need to respond to the emotional chaos, only the facts. That's all for the sharing today. If you like this video, please consider to smash the subscribe button and turn on all the notifications so that you're not going to miss out any videos just like this from this channel. And most importantly, leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. I would love to read and reply to your comments, and I hope to see you in the next video.